welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be yet another Empties video. Apparently I go through a lot of beauty stuff really quickly. So my last Empties video was about a month ago, so this is only a month's worth of Empties, and you guys, like, oh my gosh. I got a box again. This infamous box of Empties is back again for another round. So we're going to be going through this really quickly. If you guys are interested in these types of videos, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe down below if you haven't already. If you're new, welcome. My name is Shay and I'm really happy to have you here. But let's just dive into this before bad things happen. Alright guys, I'm literally just going to grab some stuff out of here and talk about it. This is actually one of NYX's Empties. This is the Bath & Body Works Noir for Men 2-in-1 hair and body wash. It's a really nice scent, and it lasts on the skin, but for him it was just kind of a whatever. So that's his review. Whatever. The next product I have here is a Scentsy bar, and this was in the scent Highway Run. I do have a few backups of this because I really like this scent. This bar got a little funny at the end, so I'm really glad that I used it up. It started to change colors, which I'm assuming is not really a good thing. Anyway, it was great. This is what I call my boyfriend scents, my boyfriend candles, my boyfriend wax melts. They smell more like cologne. They're more masculine, so I really enjoy the way they smell. It definitely scented up the entire main area of my house, and I don't know if I'd repurchase this scent because I've burned it so much that I kind of don't enjoy the scent as much as I did, but it's a really good scent if you don't overdo it. The next product I have here is the Badescue Skincare Facial Spray with Aloe, Herbs, and Rose Water. I used this kind of in between as like a setting spray, but I also used this quite a bit to spritz my brush to make my shadows more vibrant. I liked it. I mean, it wasn't anything life-changing. It didn't do anything fantastic for my skin. Would I repurchase it? Probably, simply because I need something to wet my brush, and I don't feel like using my $40 Urban Decay setting spray to do that. This next product is by Farmacy. This was a deluxe size sample of the Honey Drop Lightweight Moisturizer. I really liked this. A little bit went a long way. I used it before my makeup. It sat beautifully under foundation, didn't cause anything funky on my face. It had honey and triple hyaluronic acid complex and kupuaku butter beads, and it was great. It smelled great. It felt great. I would absolutely repurchase a full size of this once I get through some of my other moisturizers. This definitely caught my eye, which is not a common thing that happens with skincare, but this one definitely piqued my radar and made it to my list of possible repurchases. This next product apparently doesn't have a cap because I'm a savage when it comes to packaging. This is by Simple, and this is the Micellar Cleansing Water. I really liked this to take off my eye makeup, to be honest with you. I haven't been using cleansing waters since this one, just because I've been trying out different methods of removing my makeup between facial cleansers, cleansing oils, cleansing balms. I've just been experimenting, so I would repurchase this. It didn't burn my eyes. It took off my eye makeup really well, and it was great on my skin. Actually, it was quite non-irritating. My skin wasn't irritated using this, is what I was trying to say, and that whatever just came out of my mouth. And another product without a cap. Are you surprised? You shouldn't be. This is the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. It is completely gone, and this was awesome. I actually really like this primer. It kind of is just a basic silicone-based primer. I feel like it's not matte. Yeah, it's not mattifying, so it doesn't make my face look super dry. It doesn't cling to any of my dry patches, but it also fills in my pores and my fine lines. So honestly, for $6 at the drugstore, I'm a huge fan of this. I've already repurchased, and I have a backup right behind me. So yes, I recommend this quite a bit from the drugstore. This was a very sad day. This is not used up. This was a NYX Prismatic Shadow in the shade Glass Slipper, and these love to disintegrate for unknown reasons on their own. I could probably repress this, and honestly, I don't know if I'm going to. I might. They're inexpensive enough that I feel like, you know, whatever. But if you can see carefully, it was a beautiful duochrome, like mint green to lime green pretty beautifulness. It was actually very pretty. I do have one very similar to this. I think it's the shade Mermaid, but would I repurchase it? Yes, because it's beautiful. The next thing I have here is by Younique, actually. This is one of the Younique products. This is the Illuminate Clear Facial Cleanser for Oily Skin. It was just a cleanser. I can't really say it did anything for my skin. I mean, granted, I don't have oily skin anymore. I did use this when I did have oily skin. I honestly didn't notice much of a difference. I didn't feel like it took off my makeup. I didn't feel like it really did anything except for a basic facial cleanse. So no, I would not repurchase this. It's a little bit overpriced in my opinion for me not to notice a difference in my skin. So no, I would not repurchase. I'm glad it's gone. The next item in here is a foundation. This is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte in the shade Shell Beige. I love this foundation. This is one of my favorite foundations from the drugstore. I don't use this by itself. I actually mix it in combination with the Pro Glow, and those two together is like my perfect drugstore foundation. I love this. Have already repurchased. I actually have 2 backups of this, and I highly recommend it. It's about $10 at the drugstore, and they have a great shade range. It's a fantastic product. What more can I say? It's good. Another wax melt. This is the Better Homes and Gardens holiday edition from this year in Firewood and Fir Balsam. This smelled like a true Christmas tree. It was amazing, and I'm kind of sad that it's gone, but I have so many wax melts, I need to keep going through them. But it really did smell like a true tree. Like, not floral, not berries, not cinnamony. It just smelled like a Christmas tree, and I'm fine with that because that scent is amazing. So yes, I would repurchase this. This next thing is a Too Faced Better Than Sex Deluxe Size Mascara. This one's a special one though. This one is actually purple. I'm not a huge fan of the Better Than Sex foundation formula. Different F word. I'm not a huge fan of the Better Than Sex formula anymore. I used to be like ride or die. This was my holy grail. But I discovered that the flaking under my eyes and stuff was coming from this, and it wasn't normal. I really liked this while it was wet, but once it started to dry out and flake under my eyes, I realized that this mascara just really isn't quite for me. Another thing from Younique, it's apparently a unique month. Sadly, it's a unique declutter month. This is just one of the halves of their 3D lash mascara things. This is the fibers. I didn't like this mascara. I really didn't. This is the one that you apply the gel and then you put the fibers on and then another layer of gel. I just felt like it made my lashes look clumpy and just so like tarantula legs. I don't even want to say spider lashes because spiders have really smooth, beautiful legs. This was like hairy tarantula legs. It wasn't cute. It never was. And then sometimes you get the fibers in your eye. I'd have fallout fibers all over my face, and no girl wants to have fur on your face. Trust me. That's just not a cute look. So I'm decluttering this. I just didn't like it at all. At all. Wouldn't repurchase. Another wax melt, why not? This one is one of the Walmart brand wax melts, one of the few that are actually... And another wax melt. This one is actually from Walmart. It's the Walmart brand, and this smells amazing. I don't know why people don't talk about these because seriously, some of them have amazing scents. This is the Mulled Cider Wax Cubes. You guys, this smells exactly like warmed apple cider in your crock pot. That's exactly what it smells like. It's the most delicious fall winter scent ever. I have probably 9 or 10 backups of this. Not that they're gonna be getting discontinued or anything. It's just because I use them so often. Oh, it smells so good. If you haven't tried these out, they're like $1. You can get the mini ones like this for $1, and they're amazing. They last for a good long while in the wax warmer. No complaints. I absolutely would repurchase. And the next product we have in this box is the Caress Fine Fragrance 12-Hour Fragrance Release Body Wash in the scent Mystique Forever. Supposedly this is supposed to be a touch activated fragrance released body wash. For 12 hours after you shower, you can rub your skin and all of a sudden you get a poof of fragrance. I can tell you from my experience that the second I got out of the shower, I didn't smell a damn thing. But that being said, it was a body wash. It performed like a body wash. I won't repurchase it because I don't feel like it did anything as far as moisturizing. It didn't do anything but smell good and suds up on my skin. So no, I would not repurchase, but it smelled really good for the few minutes that you smelled it. The next product in here, I'm actually really sad this is gone because I loved it. This is by Perfectly Posh. This is like a total direct sales Empties all of a sudden. Do you notice that? It's not intended, I promise. I'm not part of any direct sales companies, but if you would like to try something that I talk about in this video, or in any other video, I do have really good consultants that I can direct you over to. Anyway, this is the Perfectly Posh Skin Joy Honey Healing Body Cream, Intensified Honey Lemon. This was incredible. I slathered this all over my legs when I got out of the shower. It sunk right into my skin, super moisturizing. The scent of this lasted all night long, but the best part, it smells like Skittles. It smells exactly like lemon Skittles. And I looked like J-Lo when I was done applying it, because it gives your skin this just healthy glow. There's no glitter or shimmer in it. It just makes your skin like glow. It's so beautiful. Oh, and it smells so good. Moving on before I start huffing my hands. This one is by Bath & Body Works. It's one of their mini candles in Hollyberry Balsam. This is my favorite scent to burn on Christmas Day, which is exactly what happened with this. We burned it Christmas Eve night and Christmas Day. This is probably my favorite scent Bath & Body Works does. It's Winter Cranberry, Snow-Kissed Citrus, and Fir Balsam. It just smells like Christmas in a candle. Another candle, because why not? I love the packaging of this, by the way. Just a side note, I think this is such a gorgeous packaging. It's got the little wood top and then this beautiful pink, like fuchsia container. This was one of Target's candles. I don't know what they're really called, but it was in the scent Harvest Sangria. Now, here's the funny thing. It smells like sangria. It literally smells alcoholic. So I wouldn't recommend this scent if you do find it at Target. If you have company coming over, because they might think that you're day drunk, which, I mean, you do you. There's nothing wrong with being day drunk. But you can actually smell like the alcohol of the sangria in this. It's very weird. I keep these smaller guys like right here on my vanity when I'm either filming or working or doing whatever. So they're nice to scent up the area that I'm sitting in, but I'm not expecting this thing to do anything in the rest of my house. This was Caramelized Fig, and this one smelled really good, but not, I don't know, it was weird. It didn't smell like caramelized fig. It just smelled kind of, ow. I wouldn't repurchase it just because it has such a low throw that it doesn't really do much other than the vicinity you're sitting in. Random cap. It probably goes to one of the products without the caps because, like I said, I'm a savage. When I put stuff in my empties, I obviously don't place it. I have to like whip it down so the caps fall off. Let's see, you are the Up and Up Deep Clean Toner Salicylic Acid Acne Treatment. This is just the Target brand toner. It was whatever. I honestly wouldn't repurchase this one because this actually dried my skin out a lot, and I have super dry skin as it is. And I'm not really prone to breakouts. In the wintertime, in the cold months, I tend to get texture on my cheeks, like right in here, just little tiny bumps. But I don't feel like I need to treat with salicylic acid. So I wouldn't repurchase this because it was very drying on the face. What can I say? It was a toner. This next product is kind of a weird one because I don't exactly know the origins of it. My mother gave this to me. It's one of those CoverGirl like Expert Last lipsticks where you put on the lipstick and then you put this like clear gloss over top. And it like kind of seals in your lipstick. I don't know. But I liked to use this just as a plain clear gloss. It works really well, and it's actually really hydrating, and it smells and tastes really good. So I actually enjoyed this. No, I'm not going to repurchase because I have no interest in the lipsticks itself. I just really liked the clear ones. And so that's gone. Bye. This next product was in a subscription box, I think, that I got, and it is by the brand Mudmasky, and it was the Facial Detox Purifying Recovery Mask. I liked this. I really liked this. It's paraben-free, cruelty-free, and it has all natural ingredients. It has clay and stuff like that. It was a very oddly colored brown. I can't say it any nicer than it looked like you were putting poop all over your face. That's just the way it is. But it worked. I mean, it definitely worked. It definitely helped to pull the gunk out of the pores. It had the kaolin clay in there, so it had some really good ingredients. I liked it. I got quite a few masks out of just this little bottle because you didn't need very much. It did remind me a lot of the Super Mud from Glamglow, just not as intense. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to repurchasing it, but I do have so many masks that honestly I don't see a need to repurchase right now. But I would definitely consider it in the future, even if it does look like poop on my face. Cotton swabs, so exciting. The Walmart brand cotton swabs, they have a variety of uses. They are safe and hygienic, and they are made with pure cotton. This was a 500 count. And you know what? We used them to clean our ears, and that's about it. Tea, because what am Empties with Shay wouldn't be complete without at least one tea, and actually there's only one. I know, I'm shocked too. It's been a coffee month. This is the Traditional Medicinals Organic Throat Coat with Lemon Echinacea. I love this tea. I love all of Traditional Medicinals tea. I think they work amazing. This pretty much cured my son's sore throat and mine. We both started to get sick and we started drinking this, and all of a sudden we weren't sick anymore. So I do swear by the Traditional Medicinals tea. You've seen them in my past favorites. I love this stuff. I will always repurchase. In fact, I did repurchase and it's sitting in my cabinet right now. Next up on the chopping block, we have the Creative Nail Design Spapedicure Cucumber Heel Therapy. This stuff is awesome. I had never heard of it. Never heard anybody talk about it. I found it at Ulta one day. And tried it out because I get really dry skin on my feet in the wintertime, and it's just, I don't know, I hate the way it feels when you get in your sheets and like you can feel your feet like skin. Ugh. Anyway, so before bed what I would do is I would put a lot of this on, and it has almost like a cream to oily texture. It's definitely a greasy texture, but what I did was I put socks on and then went to bed with my socks on, and when I woke up in the morning my feet were so soft and so smooth and so comfortable. It really, really, really helped. I actually already purchased a backup of this and is in use right now. You can get this on Amazon. I don't know if all Ulta carries it or if they even carry it anymore, but you can get this on Amazon, and it's like $12 or something. It's really, really good. This is just one of the scented candles from the Target dollar spot, and this one is in the scent Rainbow Smoothie. My 3-year-old's trying to slam the door because she's mad at me, but my jacket's hanging up on the door so it can't shut, and she's getting really mad. Anyway, these are just like those tin candles. They come in so many different scents at different like seasons of the year. Like sugar cookies, kinda. Like birthday cake sugar cookies. But again, this is one of those candles that only scents up where you're sitting. So, I'm not going to repurchase any more of these. I bought a bunch of them when they were on clearance. That's why I have them, but I wouldn't repurchase them. Another cap. I used up 2 pairs of lashes. That's a total lie. I used up probably 7 pairs of lashes, except I didn't save the little taggy things from it. So these are the only 2 that are in here that I saved. This one was the Ardell 162s. Which I obviously like. I like Ardell and Salon Perfect the most, believe it or not. This one has a lone lash. I don't know where it came from. I don't know who he is. We don't know where his mate went. They broke up, had a really bad falling out. She moved back to Arizona and they have cut ties, last time I heard. So we just have this little lone guy here, and he's gonna be on the market, girls. If you're interested, he's a good dude. These were the Salon Perfect 610 lashes, and again, I like them a lot. I have multiple backups of them, so he's not one of them. I don't even know why. He literally is freeloading in this one's house because this is not where he belongs, but it is what it is. I lied. I have one more lash thing. I tried the e.l.f. Natural Lash Kit. These just looked way too fake. They looked way too put together. How do you say it? They looked like they were stamped in a machine and then put into packaging, which is probably exactly how they make it. So wasn't a fan, still not a fan. I wouldn't repurchase these. This next product I hated. I didn't even finish it. There's still a glob in there, right there. This smells really weird too. This is by Boscia, the Charcoal Makeup Melter Cleansing Oil Balm. This, I had to use such a huge amount of this to even get some of my makeup off, and when I did, it still left behind a ton, and the residue from this that I then had to go in with a second cleanser and clean off. So in reality, all this did was smear my makeup all over my face and leave it there, and then I'd have to go clean it off with my other cleanser and the makeup that this was supposed to have taken off. It was terrible, and like I said, it stinks. It smells just not, it smells herbal, but like not in a good way. No. So yeah, I gave it a good shot. I really tried, but it just didn't do a damn thing for me. I would not repurchase. This is the Origins High Potency Nightamins. This took me forever to go through because you don't need a lot. It spreads like butter over your face. This is an intense nightly renewal cream, and it smelled like orange creamsicle. and I used every drop. I won't repurchase it though because I do have other moisturizers that I found that I actually like better. But if your skin is very dull and dehydrated, I'm telling you, this stuff will, oh, it makes your skin so soft. You wake up in the morning and you have like a glow to your skin. It's beautiful. And we have a sample of the Glamglow Youthmud Tingle Exfoliate Treatment. I liked this. It didn't really do as much for me as like my Super Mud did, but I did like this. This one is another Target Dollar Spot candle. I have no clue what it smelled like because it really had no scent. I just kind of burned it to get the wax out of it to repurpose the packaging because I think it's super, super cute. I know. Isn't that pathetic? Materialistic. Horrible. And this candle, I loved this candle. This was the never-ending candle. A lot of my candles are never-ending, but this one seriously is like the never-ending candle. I burned this for at least 2 weeks straight, every day, all day. This is by Better Homes and Gardens. This is their fall collection this year, and this is Farm Apple Pumpkin. This is the perfect fall candle. You smell the pumpkin, you smell the apple, you smell the spices, you smell like the fallen leaves. It's perfect. It literally is like perfect. Moving along into makeup. This was again by Younique. This is actually something I liked though. This is the first one out of the 3 that I've showed you that I liked. This is the Beachfront bronzer, and it was in the shade Sunset, which I think is the lightest one. This was a baked bronzer. It was a huge domed bronzer, and I used every little bit of it. I went hard on this. I love this bronzer. This was a little bit, it had a little teeny bit of like a sheen to it. So it gave you like the most beautiful, natural, like sun-kissed glow. It was gorgeous. So I used up this entire thing, and I would repurchase it if I didn't already have done so. So yeah, I really, really like this. Is it expensive? Oh my God, yeah. But like, it's amazing. I loved this. A few eye pencils. 1 declutter and 2 have been used up. The declutter is this Jordana Easy Liner for eyes in the shade Bliss, and it's a blue liner. I really, really liked this. I have no problem with this. I just have other blue liners that I feel glide onto my waterline a little bit better, and this is very old. It's a really good pencil. I just wouldn't recommend keeping it for 5 years because that's just playing Russian roulette with eye infections. Another product I used up completely was an e.l.f. brow pencil in the shade Neutral Brown. It is completely gone. I have already repurchased. I really, really like these brow pencils for days that I just don't feel like using my dip brow. I have another one going as we speak, so definitely a repurchase. And this next liner, it's actually a dual-ended liner from Tarte. This is the Tarte Tartist Double Take Eyeliner. One side is liquid, and it lost his little tip because I thought I'd be slick and try to flip the tip over, but it wasn't intended for that purpose, so it was gone anyway. But and then the other side was a pencil, a gel liner, and that is completely gone as well. So completely used up. Did I like this? Yes. This lasted for at least a year, if you can believe that. This liquid liner lasted for at least a year. It was a very, very good pencil. I would absolutely repurchase this once I get through a bunch of other liquid liners and regular liners and stuff. A girl can only have so many black eyeliners. Next, I have a few declutters, I'm sad to say. The first one is by Wet n Wild. I've had this for a while. I used to love the Wet n Wild like dollar lipsticks until I realized that I prefer my higher end lipsticks better. These are just too waxy for me. They feel too slippery and waxy. The next thing I have is nail polish. I was just decluttering and I had multiples of or similar shades in this polish, so I just got rid of the cheaper of the two. And this was the Sally Hansen Hard as Nails Extreme Wear in the shade Plum Power. It looks like this. It's nothing special. It's nothing crazy. It's just a purpley plum color, and I'm not gonna miss it. These, however, I'm really sad about. I got these at Ulta. They're the Ulta brand. They don't make these anymore, which is really depressing because they're gorgeous. These are the Ulta Brilliant Color lip glosses, and I have 3 different shades. I have shade 2, shade 4, and a mystery shade because the sticker fell off. They are metallic gloss, and they were so beautiful, but I was going through my glosses the other day, and I opened them up, and I smelled them, and they smell sour, which makes me want to cry because like this one right here was my favorite. I have a whole boatload of perfume samples. This was the month of using up my perfume samples, and no, I didn't use them up. I still have like 50 more. It's pathetic, but I'm just gonna breeze through these and tell you if I liked it or not. This one is the Prada Candy. There is a little tiny bit left in the bottom, but I literally cannot get it out no matter what I do. Like no matter how hard I try, the straw just will not pick it up. But I really, really, really liked the scent. And I might actually repurchase the full size of this once I use up a couple of my other perfumes. This is the YSL Mon Paris perfume. I used this up because as I opened my Christmas present on Christmas morning, I found out my lovely Mr. Man have gotten me the 3-ounce Mon Paris right there, so I got to use up my sample. Yay! There are 2 Versace Bright Crystal minis in here. I love the scent of this. This actually used to be my signature scent back like right out of high school. I used to wear this constantly, but for some reason it just stopped wearing on my skin very well. It now dissipates very quickly. So even though it smells fantastic, I love the way it smells, it no longer stays on my skin. So it's just a kind of a bummer. And finally, there is a Michael Kors Sexy Amber. I would not repurchase this. It was okay, but it was a little bit on the mature side and in a way that I just wasn't a fan of. It was very musky and just too mature for me. This next product was a black liner. This was by Lord & Berry, and it was their black gel liner in travel black. I used the entire thing, to where the little pencil piece actually fell out of the tip. So I obviously enjoyed it. It was a great liner. I'm not going to repurchase it because I have so many other ones that I need to get through. I'm sure I'll find another one that I like better than this one. There's obviously a lot of samples in this video. That's because I've been trying to really whittle down my sample, my deluxe size sample sizes, because I hate having clutter, and these clutter more to me than full-size products. So forgive me for that, but it was the month of samples. This one is actually it was a gift with purchase from Ulta. It's one of the Ulta Beauty brands nail polishes, and this was in the shade Aubergine Queen. I loved this polish. It's a beautiful, like cool toned, grayish purple. But I really did like this. It just ran out. I mean, I used the whole thing up. It wasn't very hard to do, but I really did like this in the fall and winter time. This is a sample of the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. I couldn't believe how long this sample lasted for. It's the tiniest little sample, and this thing gave me probably about a week's worth of foundation. Some days it looked really, really good, and then other days it clung to all of my texture in a really unattractive way. I don't think I'd repurchase it just because I remember it was finicky depending on what I was wearing with it, and I just don't have time for that. Next product is a deluxe size sample of the Becca First Light Priming Filter. It was okay, I guess. There was one point in time that it actually there was one point in time that this actually reacted so badly with one of my foundations that I had to wipe off my entire face of makeup and start over, and that really turned me off. So this didn't like to play well with a couple of them, and for what it did, it just basically gave me a base with a little bit of a glow. It didn't do anything special, so I wouldn't repurchase this or anything like that. There's other primers that I like that do more for me than this did. I am fast losing light, so we only have a few things left, thank God, because working without a ring light right now is absolute torture. It needs to hurry up and get here. Anyway, the L'Oreal Magic Decrease Eye Primer. I hate this. It's ended up leaving like streaky smear marks on my eyelids. It would just do really funky things, and eventually I said, screw it, I'm just gonna throw it away. I have other ones that are up to par. So I'm decluttering this, and that's that. I used up this Hey Honey Uncover Detoxifying Mud Mask. This was actually really good. I really, really liked this. This was one of those situations where it totally looked like doo-doo on my face, but it really did a good job. It clarifies and detoxes skin of impurities. It did help with my pores. I have larger pores, so it did help to clean them out. It smelled really good, and it was a great exfoliator, great mask. Hey Honey is a really good brand, and I really would like to explore more of the brand in the coming year. So definitely a possible repurchase. This next product was a deluxe size sample, if you call this deluxe. I don't know who calls this deluxe, but it was a sample of the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray. When you sprayed this on your face directly, it felt like you were getting hit in the face with a fire hose. The sprayer on this is not user-friendly. It basically shoots at you like you're going to World War III. So what I did was I actually used this as a primer and I sprayed it onto my hand and then patted it onto my face, and it worked really well to hold my foundation on because it is so tacky. And it's got a pleasant smell. It smells like coconut, but I would not repurchase this simply for the sprayer itself. I hope the full size doesn't have this sprayer, because if it does, girl, This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Skin Boosting Serum. I didn't notice a huge difference. I noticed a little, you know, it gave me some hydration, but it wasn't something that made me go, oh, I need to go out and buy this. So no, I wouldn't repurchase it, but it's definitely a good serum if you have dehydrated or dry skin. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation, and I actually finished using this up today. This is what's on my face today. I struggled with this to decide whether I liked it or not, and I've come to the conclusion that no, I really don't. It just looks really cakey on me, which is weird because it's a thinner foundation, and I hear so many rave reviews from other people, but for some reason this thing loves my texture on my face. I don't know why. It never looked smooth. It just grabbed onto powder. It made everything over top of it look cakey. I just didn't like it. I just didn't like it. Will not repurchase it. And then I have finally, the last three are Wallflowers. And this month I used the Marshmallow Fireside Wallflower, which is a cult classic here on YouTube. You've already heard about it a million times, I'm sure. This is the scent Winter, which is one of my favorite scents that Bath & Body Works does around the holidays. And this one smells like orange and like Christmas tree and spices all mixed into one, and I really enjoyed this. I would repurchase this next year if they come back with it. And the last product in my empties is another Wallflower in the scent Peppered Suede. This one is actually currently in my room. I love this scent. It's perfect for a bedroom scent. So yes, definite repurchase, and I will be stocking up at the semi-annual sale when that comes. And that is it, my friends. Thank you for tuning in and sticking around watching my beauty trash, and I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you can watch more of my crazy ass in future videos. I hope you all had a fantastic holiday. Thank you guys for all the support and love that you have shown me. If you guys have a certain thing that you want to tell me about in your empties this month, pop it down into the comments. I would love to hear what you guys have been using up. And until next time, please don't forget to love each other, because that's what's so important. I'm just kidding. I'm just totally being sappy. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. I took my eye makeup up. My makeup. It sounded like a robot. I had no breakouts, no irritability. Irritability. I wasn't irritable on this. Please hold. Speak. Mouth, speak. Words. What was I saying? I don't know. I don't remember. It's fine. We can just pretend I was never talking. It's cool. Wow. Okay, moving on. I found other things, but I really liked the way... Sorry. I'm exhausted. I would go for something less expensive, but it doesn't matter because I can't repurchase it, so I don't know why I'm babbling on about it. And I just threw it and it hit my dog. Real nice. Now we're talking animal abuse here. Sorry. Making sure I don't have lipstick in my teeth. Get out of my room. Ooh. Oh, it's on my nose. Oh, it's gross.